Get the wake-up call when I'm in the hotel room. I prefer the wake-up call because I hate alarm clocks. It's a bad invention. Beep, beep. No. Because everybody has the same reaction to the alarm clock, no matter how many hours you've slept, 10 hours, 12 hours, 6-month coma, everybody has the same reaction. Beep. That's a bad invention. And the snooze button aspect, that's a waste. My snooze button gives me 9 minutes. 9 minutes is not a snooze. 90 minutes, that's a snooze. Has anyone ever woken up from the 9 minutes refreshed? Oh, I was exhausted 9 minutes ago, but now, right as rain. Oh my God, I'm glad they only gave me 9, because 10 would have been overkill. I would have been groggy had I had that extra 60 seconds. Oh my God. Ever live with somebody who's addicted to the snooze button? My girlfriend, addicted to the snooze button. She'll start hitting that thing at 4 a.m., stop at 2 p.m. Completely oblivious that there might be somebody else within hearing distance of this racket. Actually come back to me at the end of the day. Honey, I didn't wake you up this morning by hitting the snooze button 65 times, did I? Oh, no, baby, of course not. No, sweetie, snuggle, no. In fact, I wake up every 9 minutes on my own. That's my natural rhythm. That's my rhythm. In fact, I didn't even wake up. A lot of times I'm having a dream in which school buses are backing up every 9 minutes for 7 hours.
Listen, the economy is, it's better, but I still see things that remind me that we're not out of the woods yet. Like I was exercising, and there was a man on the machine next to me listening to a Discman. It is one thing to read about poverty. It's another thing to see it sweating next to you on the elliptical. That's when it gets real, my friends. I didn't recognize it at first. It had been so long since I'd seen a Discman in the wild. It was huge. I looked over there, I thought he was listening to a pizza. It was enormous. I had a Discman. Did you ever have it? You're too young to have had a Discman. I had a Discman. This is how long ago I got my Discman. I paid $188 for my Discman. It was a good price. $188 I paid for my Discman. I could go over to Rite Aid right now with $188 and bring back a Discman for everyone in this room. In fact, go ahead and reach under your seats, everyone. Go ahead and reach under your seats. You think you're gonna walk away without a gift from Gary Gulman? Even if I did put a Discman under everybody's seats, you'd leave it behind at the end of the night. You'd be like, that was really sweet and generous. And he had very kind eyes. Gary had very kind eyes. I do have kind eyes. You were wondering, why do I trust this guy that I barely know? Kind eyes. How kind? On my license next to eyes, it says kind. Only myself and Mark Ruffalo can boast that.
No, can't even get it at a restaurant. Can only get it at a diner. Late at night, they're like, well, they're probably drunk. Maybe we can push some Jell-O off on them. Jell-O, oh my gosh. You can get it at a diner, and they're so proud of their Jell-O at the diner. They put it in that special glass case that rotates ever so slowly so you can see the Jell-O at every angle. So you can watch the Jell-O, call your friends over. Guys, they got Jell-O. Here comes it, let's watch. Oh, here comes the Jell-O. Oh, Jell-O, yeah. Oh, Jell-O, there goes the Jell-O. But I think it comes, oh, here it comes around and go, oh, Jell-O, you're such a tease. Why do you tease me, Jell-O? Why are you such a tease, you hideous bitch goddess? Come back to me, Jell-O. And then they have a door in that thing, and it's locked. It's locked. You or I can't just go up there and grab some Jell-O. The general manager, sir, sit down. The general manager will get you your Jell-O. And then they put the Jell-O in a crystal wine goblet. That's how proud they are of the Jell-O. Jell-O, crystal wine goblet. Meanwhile, carrot cake, the best of all vegetable-based cakes, carrot cake, styrofoam plate, saran wrap top. Carrot cake is awesome, and yet carrots are horrible. Carrot's the worst vegetable? No, celery. Celery is the worst vegetable in the world. Celery is, I don't even know how they're still around. I'll tell you why they're still around. And celery should wake up every morning, call Buffalo Wings, and say, thank you. Thank you so much for letting me open for you on the road. I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for you, Buffalo Wings. You're a good friend. Jell-O, but they put it in a crystal wine goblet. What are we going to toast with Jell-O? Toast on Jell-O's birthday? We're going to toast Jell-O with Jell-O? Here's to Jell-O, everybody. Here's to Jell-O, the nectar of the gods. 12 different colors that all taste the same, Jell-O. And then they cut it into tiny cubes of Jell-O. Thank God, because Jell-O is so hard to chew. We've all lost an elderly loved one to a Jell-O choking incident, of course. Well, I grew up in the 1980s. It was exactly. It was a great time. It was a grand time. And I love the 80s. I love the 80s. But I love the 80s. That show on VH1, my God. Because they're so mean. They make fun of everything that I loved from the 80s. They always make fun of Hammer. How dare you make fun of MC Hammer? How dare you? Hammer was huge. Hammer was bigger than anybody. Now, Hammer was bigger than Usher and 50 Cent. He was huge. In fact, there's not a person in this room born between 1965 and 1985 who hears the word stop and doesn't immediately think, a Hammer time. You either think Hammer time or collaborate and listen. That's impressive. That's impressive. Stop, very common word, and you either think of MC Hammer or the Iceman, Vanilla Ice. And they always make fun of Vanilla Ice on VH1, and I'm sick of it. Vanilla Ice was awesome. He was awesome, and all right, he hasn't had a hit in a while, fine. And he hasn't had the acting career of the Ice's Tea and Cube, no. But I'll tell you what he did do. He did put a lot of 8th grade asses on the 8th grade dance floor, also known as the cafeteria, and for that I say thank you, Vanilla Ice. I don't make fun of him. I don't make fun of his hair because he had a high top fade back then. A lot of people had. You know who else had a high top fade back then? Gary Gulman had a high top fade back then. And it worked out very well for me. I made out with 6 girls 11th grade. That was a ton back then. And who's happy with their haircut from a long time ago? Nobody. Nobody. You never go to your barber with your high school yearbook photo. Please make me look like this again. Please. No, seriously, it's easy. Just cut off all the hair in the back except for a long rat tail. Then shave my sideburns right up to my temples. Perfect. Then 2 racing stripes that come together in the back into a lightning bolt with my high school football uniform and the number in the middle. We'll be good to go. It's another way to save money. Notice I'm not drinking bottled water. I'm not going to waste your time with that trip over there. You do not need bottled water unless you're trying to cover a minimum. My point is, it's all just filtered tap water. So get yourself a Brita. Get yourself a Brita. I'm serious. With a Brita, you are always just an hour away from 6 ounces of lukewarm water. I like to open up my Brita, put the faucet on blast, and go away for the weekend. And then I come back, and I have a glass of water ready to refrigerate. I have taken antidepressants on and on for 30 years, and because of the nature of antidepressants, sometimes they don't work, and you have to try something else. Sometimes they work, and then they stop working, and you have to try something else. Sometimes they work, but they're not good enough. You need to augment them with something. So over the years, I have tried Pamelor, Nortriptyline, Wellbutrin, Zoloft, Paxil, Abilify, Adderall, Ativan, Klonopin, Duloxetine, Mirtazapine, Sertraline, Effexor, Celexa, Zyprexa. At one point, my doctor said, let's just try drugs that rhyme. Thank you, Dr. Seuss. Yeah, I went on a date to a nice restaurant, a decent restaurant, and the woman ordered something
that cost market price. You know, when she goes to order, I'm keeping score on my menu. When she goes to order, I'm like, oh, ooh, market price. What could it be? It could be anything. And you cannot ask. Do not, that's a good piece of dating advice. When she orders something that's market price, whoa. Let's just check in to see what market price is today, because no, she ordered market price, and I just had to panic for the rest of the meal. That's all I could do. I wanted to say to the waiter, just out of curiosity and not because I can't afford it, what did lobster close at today? I wasn't able to contact my seafood broker at the end of trading today, and I wonder how much it fluctuated, because I have an index fund that is made up heavily of crustaceans and other some mollusk type, a lot of shellfish in there, which I know is ironic because I'm a Jew, but still, I mean,